Why don't we look at some things that I find strangely disturbing, videos that I truly hope you can't relate to for your own sake. Number 11. I'm not sure which episode of C.K. Taylor's program is more bizarre or disturbing. Today's item is geodic, which is a giant clam, not a duck, despite its gooey appearance. Don't remember about your appearance for a moment and consider this. Would you be able to consume something that makes a hissing balloon sound? When you get rid of the first layer of skin, it doesn't become much prettier or less odd looking.
เราจะมาลองชิมกันเป็นคือมันยังเป็นอยู่นะคะ
If anything, it appears to be twice as frightening as previously. When C.K. Taylor breaks the shell in order to reach the inside part, the rest of its body bears a resemblance to a malignancy. This is what it resembles when it's fully prepared, which I'll concede looks a little more like a typical piece of seafood but still bears a resemblance to something from another dimension, so I'll pass. To be fair, I really know that C.K. Taylor is a fantastic cook, and according to her husband, it tastes wonderful when he tries it.
Good taste. Good. Right?
Would you be willing to take a bite? Number 10. Jordan Bowe, a YouTuber, is on his way to get some dinner with his brother Jeremy and some friends when he notices a little lizard hanging out by the pool. Because he doesn't want to cause physical pain to the little man, he brings it outside and goes to release it free. However, it goes astray.
Go get him. Get him, bud. Oh, he's in your hair. No. Oh, he's on your head. No. He's nuts.
Despite the fact that Jordan's pal attempts a close-up, accidentally scares it away from the protection of his hair. And only its tail remains, and then it vanishes completely. It is given some space and allowed to resurface by them. It may have faded to the same color as his hair at this time, and you can hardly see it. Despite the fact that they eventually scoop it up and release it, the lizard almost doubles back for another round and leaps on one of their shoes. By good luck, it does not seem to be a repeat performance, and they can elude it. Number 9. The Maniac, a YouTuber, begins with his cousin to discover Maine's backroads. Within 5 minutes, there seems to be a vehicle arriving and someone getting out, pointing to the ground. Because he doesn't identify himself, and he clearly isn't a police officer, I believe the Maniac was within his rights to go. And I'll grant that they were going very quickly previously, which could explain why this person was so agitated. At any rate, they see him once more about 2 minutes later. However, he is already turning with a car at the back of him and cannot turn quickly to face another direction. And this time, the Maniac passes by for a final glance, and the man is putting on the same grey shirt and watch as before. Then, the Maniac drives away once more before the man had an opportunity to get out of his car and attempt to prevent him one more time. Number 8. Despite the fact that these Russian nightclub goers appear to be normal, take a look at what occurs to some of their eyes throughout a power outage.
Guys, check it out. Look at that.
Except for a few, almost no one else's eyes are visible. Even if these were contact lenses or something, there would not be light to send back. And it is not until you can provide a scientific explanation for why someone's eyes might shine in the dark with the lights turned out that I must say that this video is out of the ordinary, to say the least. Number 7. It appears that Uday Hindi is discovering an old building when he notices a young girl in the corner of the room staring at him.
والله خايف أدخل ما كانت هذيك بسم الله.
Before he has a chance to explore, the door furthest away from them both closes on its own. In spite of this, Uday Hindi is courageous enough to enter the next room and learns she is a scary life-sized doll, not a girl. The doll is handled forcefully from room to room and thrown on the floor by him, and that seems to be when the doll thinks it's had enough.
يا إخوان أنا انسحبت من المغامرة مش خوف ولكن أنا تأذيت كثير.
Did you notice any strings when that doll moved? At any rate, he's engaged analyzing some unusual, probably demonic marks on the doll when this happens out of nowhere. Keep an eye on him and attempt to translate what he says just before everything goes awry.
طلعوا يا إخوان حتى الإشي داخلي.
This could have been caused by the manner the doll was leaning against the wall before it collapsed. However, the incident before that, I believe it is real. Number 6. This little humanoid lies on the tile floor, arms pathetically spread out in front of it, as if crawling to safety before collapsing on its side. At 32 seconds, you can see that the head is significantly darker than the body, and it almost appears to have 2 eyes and a narrow, expressionless line for a mouth if you zoom in really close. I am really certain that it is not a rodent's face, and certainly not like any other visage I've ever seen. I'm not sure if this is a shriveled up baby mouse or not. Despite the fact that I nearly think I saw a tail at the back of it, it could just be its legs. It appears to walk on 2 rather than 4 legs. Number 5. Real Victoria's cat seems to be snarling at something in the bedroom window, which makes her be awake. When she begins recording, the cat becomes silent, although it is clearly fixated on something outside. According to her, even though this creepy-looking creature was gazing in through her window, and he very well could have been, around 4 seconds he also appears to be looking up and attempting to attract the attention of someone in the room above him. In point of fact, I believe I hear him yell something and whistle loudly at the start of this video. What exactly is he saying here? Lastly, he escapes and is out of sight. He must have seen the camera or attracted the attention of someone in the flat above. No matter what he was up to, having a complete stranger anywhere near your house at 5 a.m. is strangely unsettling. With that stated, I have confidence in her, and I truly hope real Victoria is safe until her lease expires and she can leave. Number 4. Strange lights seem to appear shortly after Gavin Blackshear departs his land, and he believes they are supernatural. They never deviate from their vertical formation. Someone commented that it's merely a spider web with rain droplets close up. Despite the fact that I believe this theory, it's strange how nothing pops up until he goes. Number 3. Exploring with Danny has returned, this time to an abandoned building said to be haunted by odd lights and other occurrences. Within minutes of arrival, they listen to a humming noise that briefly changes to odd piano music emanating from the basement.
Can you hear something?
When they turn the corner, they notice candles arranged in a circle. There is a woman who has a pale complexion and long black hair, approaches them, however, I don't believe it. I mean, because her shoes appear to be normal, she could be an ordinary person dressed up. Nevertheless, the way she keeps chasing after them, which gets me to be curious about if she's insane or if I'm completely mistaken about her being a ghost. However, skit or no skit, something may be keeping out of sight down there with them. At the 7-minute mark, despite the fact that everyone seems to be gazing at the corner on the left, I'm curious about the 2 different colored eyeballs in the rear. Maybe something was keeping an eye on him the entire time. Number 2. There seems to be a woman that is being held captive in Oregon, Ohio when she persuades her captor to allow her to order pizza. In the same room, he is listening intently, and she must convey to the dispatcher that she requires assistance without alerting the maniac next to her. Please hear this section and let me know whether or not you would have perceived the intended meaning of what she was attempting to convey if you were the dispatcher.
This is the wrong number to call for a pizza.
No, you're not.
I'm getting you now.
To be honest, I would have assumed this was a hoax or someone who was having a little too much fun and would have hung up. However, the phone call isn't ended yet, and she needs to answer a few more questions in order to provide authorities with as much information as possible.
Is the other guy still there?
Yeah. I need a large pizza.
All right. How about medical? You need medical?
No. With pepperoni.
She expertly provides some important comments while making it appear as if she's being questioned about her order. Her voice's evenness is remarkable, given that a single touch of anxiousness may reveal the entire scenario. And I know that she was anxious to yell for them to hurry up and get her, which they thankfully do, and the person guilty gets imprisoned. Despite the fact that I'm not sure how she managed to keep her voice so calm, I suppose in a survival crisis, we just do no matter what we can, however we can, to escape there to be alive. Number 1. Ciceron MP, a TikTok user, is flying a plane when he notices an unusually alarming unknown flying object skimming the skies just below. The little round object does not appear to have propellers and does not generate any exhaust. Even though it appears to be going quite quickly, remember that because Cesar is passing it in his own aircraft, its precise speed is actually unclear. It seems that an ordinary civilian drone could not move at this rate of speed, and because it also was designed to be more intricate than a regular drone. What do you think? A secret project or something from far away? Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new video every day. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of my other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy.